What's going on, Commanders Nation? Hold up, let me turn the light on real quick. We're back here with another preview Friday night live stream. And tonight on this live stream, this Friday night, we're gonna be previewing the Washington Commanders and the Indianapolis Colts. I can't wait for this game, and it's a perfect game at 4:30. My championship flag football game is at 2 o'clock. So after hopefully we win the championship, I'll be able to go celebrate at a restaurant, and I'll also watch this game. But I think it's supposed to be America's game of the week. But let's see. I believe Colin's about to join. And I don't know who else, but hopefully the crew joins pretty soon. But yeah, I mean it's a big game this weekend. Games at 4:25 in Indianapolis, going up against Sam Ellinger, the 6th round pick from last year's draft out of Texas. My bad, I just had to finish my water. But obviously the Colts bench Matt Ryan for the was healthy. They said he would have been done. He would have been benched either way, even if he was fully healthy. So Matt Ryan's done for the year. So the Colts are trying to see what they have in Sam Ellinger. Um, Now I haven't watched any film on this deal. I'm trying to see if there's any highlight like film of him like from the preseason. I think there should be, but hold on. No, hold on. All right. All right. Sam Ellinger preseason highlights. There we go. Yeah, it's got some film on him. How long is the highlight tape? Let's see. Hold on. All right. Here we go. Hold on. It's only a minute 47. Is there any other like better highlights? One of 3 minutes. Eh, there's some that are a few minutes. Um, but from what I know, Sam Ellinger is a mobile quarterback. He can use his legs. He's kind of similar to Taylor Heineke. I don't think he has he doesn't have that big of an arm, but it's his first NFL start, man. You know, he's probably gonna be a little nervous, so we gotta make him, as uncomfortable as we can. So yeah, but all right. But yeah, we're gonna be covering a lot of stuff in this live stream. We're gonna be going over our keys of the game, score prediction, injury reports, you know, some of the weapons that I think we gotta contain for the Colts. We're gonna be talking Chase Young, when he'll be back. Just all kinds of Chase Young. Talking about Jahan Dotson's injury, the injury report, keys of the game, score prediction, and just everything. We'll also be doing our week 8 picks. I'm trying to see. I go last. All right, but I'm actually gonna pull up the NFL schedule right now because we're gonna do that here in a few minutes. I feel like maybe I should just start out streams with the NFL picks of the week, or for my week 8 NFL picks. All right. I'm gonna do that until hopefully we'll get some people in here, but until we get some people in here, I don't want to start talking too much about the Commanders yet. All right, so we got the Broncos and Jaguars. This game is at 9:30 a.m. It's in London. So obviously both teams are 2-5, I believe. The Broncos have been the most disappointing team in the NFL this year, and the Jaguars are, I think they're on the upside. They're trending in the right direction. They've had some good games and some good wins. They beat the Chargers 38-10, and they were 2-1. We were like, this Jaguars team could be legit, but they've fallen off. They've lost 4 straight, I believe, or no, yeah, I think they have lost 4 straight since they were 2-1. So yeah, they've been bad the past 4 weeks, but they should have won against the Giants last week. They were up, I think 17, or what was it? It was 14-6. Colin says, "Yo, what up, T? Yeah, what up, Colin? Glad you joined the stream. Right now I'm doing my Week 8 NFL picks. Um, so we're about to start talking about the Commanders and about this game. But before we do that, we're gonna be doing my Week 8 picks for this weekend. So Broncos Jaguars. I'm gonna go the Broncos win 17-14 over the Jaguars. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. Both offenses have been pretty bad this year. Then we got the Dolphins and the Lions first 1 o'clock game on Sunday. I think that the Dolphins got Tua back. I think they're gonna start getting back on track again after they lost 3 in a row, but then they were able to edge out a win against the Steelers, 16-10. So they're 4-3 now. They got Tua back healthy. So as long as Tua can stay healthy and just be careful, the Dolphins, they're gonna be a playoff team and they could be legit contenders. So for the Dolphins, I'm gonna go the Dolphins win 24-13. Oh no, I'm gonna go 24-16 over the Lions. Then we got the Panthers Falcons. Um, the Falcons really have been pretty surprising this year. Now they're 3-4. They're not amazing, but a lot of people thought they were gonna be um one of it, if not the worst team in the league this year. So the fact that they're 3-4, I think, they're pretty happy with that. Um, and I think the Falcons get this win. The Panthers are one of the worst teams in the league. I know they beat the Buccaneers 21-3, but the Buccaneers are 3-5. They're not playing good either. So give me the Falcons. Let's go 23-17 over the Panthers. I think it's gonna be a close game. PJ Walker, he was decent last week. So I think he could keep him in the game, but I got the Falcons winning this by 6. Then we got the Cardinals and the Vikings. The Vikings are coming in at 5-1. I think I'll be rooting for the Vikings this game because we need the Cardinals to lose because I think the Cardinals. What's the Cardinals record? Cardinals are 3-4. Yeah, so they're one of those teams like right next to us in the hunt. So we probably need them to lose. But give me the Vikings. I got the Vikings 30 uh 30-23 over the Cardinals. Then we got the Bears and the Cowboys at 1 o'clock. I got I'm gonna go the Cowboys get the win in a close one. Give me the Cowboys 25 to 25-20. I'm gonna go the Cowboys win by 5. Then we got the Raiders and the Saints. The Raiders have been playing good football recently. No, no. Well, they just won last week against the Texans. Well, actually, no, they're 2-4. My bad. I thought they won 2 games in a row and got 3-4, but no, they started out the season 1-4 and then they won last week against the Texans. But that's not impressive at all. That's not impressive at all. So this is an interesting one because the Saints have been playing, pretty bad football recently. I believe they've lost 3 in a row. Um, so they've been bad recently, and Andy Dalton's just not getting the job done there. And then the Raiders, I think their record doesn't say how talented their team is. I think they got a lot of talent on that roster, but they just haven't put it together yet. So give me the Raiders. I'm gonna go the Raiders win 26. Give me the Raiders 26-16 over the Saints. I got them winning by 10. Then we got the Steelers and the Eagles. Again, I think the Eagles are gonna stay the only undefeated team in the NFL this weekend. The Steelers 2-5. Don't have, I don't think there's a lot of hope for them. Kenny Pickett, like I will say, he's thrown. There's been 2 games where he's thrown 3 picks, which is really bad. But he, hasn't necessarily looked bad. Like I think he does a good job of giving what the defense gives him. Um, and there was a drive. I like this drive from Pickett where they went down and scored a touchdown. Kenny Pickett was 8 for 8 on that drive on Monday night. So I like the way I'm not. I think Kenny Pickett. I don't think he's been horrible. He's just had a lot of turnovers. But um, give me the Eagles. The Steelers defense is, pretty good. So I think they'll be able to, the Eagles aren't going to put like a, 30 burger on them. Give me the Eagles 20. 28 28 to 17. Give me the Eagles by 11. Then we got the Patriots and the Jets. The Jets are coming in at 5-2. Patriots, they just got smacked on Monday Night Football. They are now at 3-4. And my bad, I didn't mean to say that the Steelers played on Sunday night. That's my bad. The Patriots Bears game was on Monday night. But yeah, the Patriots got smacked by the Bears 33-14. And they're just, they're not playing good football. Now they Mac Jones will be starting this week. So all of you who thought Mac Jones was, benched for the rest of the season, he's not. I believe he was just injured, or maybe Bill Belichick, their coach, said that the plan was to play two quarterbacks. So even if Mac Jones didn't throw that interception, they would have put Bailey Zappi in. So Mac Jones is back as a starting quarterback this weekend. But give me. I don't think the Jets, the way they're playing, I don't think it's sustainable. I think the Patriots are gonna get back on track. They're gonna get right after a bad loss. Give me the Patriots. Um 20-14. The Jets they're not scoring at all. Like, I feel like their defense is the only reason they're winning this game. Like, what did they beat the Broncos 16-9? Like, they're just ugly wins. And I know, you guys are like, a win is a win, but I just don't think it's sustainable. Like, you can't play like that every week. And I feel like that's what they've been doing. I haven't been too impressed with the Jets. Even though they have had some good wins, I really just think it's their defense, and Zach Wilson has not been playing good at all. And then we got the Titans and the Texans. This should be a fairly easy win for the Tennessee Titans. Um, you know, they've seemed to be getting back on track. They're now 4-2. They started off the season 0-2. Some people were saying they're going to be awful this year and one of the worst teams, but they've won 4 in a row and they're back at 4-2, and they got a pretty easy game here against the Houston Texans. So, and Texans have been horrible this year. So, give me the Titans 27. Nah, give me the Titans 33-17 over the Texans. I got them big favorites. I think the Titans should be big favorites in this game. Then we got the Giants Seahawks. This is going to be a really good game. I don't know if this is America's game of the week or it might be the Commanders Colts. I think the Giants Seahawks going to be America's game of the week because it's an NFC matchup. Both teams are looking good right now. Both teams are in the have playoff spots. The Giants are 6-1. Seahawks are 4-3. Both teams are red hot right now. So I think this is going to be a really good game. I hope they put that game over the Commanders or over my Commanders versus the Colts. As much as I love my team, it's a battle of a backup quarterbacks, Taylor Heineke and Sam Ellinger. Just put the America's game of the week as the Giants Seahawks. And then we got my Commanders versus the Indianapolis Colts. I'm picking us to win. I've gone, I believe. Last week I picked us to lose, and then I think against the Bears I picked us to win. But yeah, so I'm gonna pick us to win. I know it doesn't always go well with this team, but I just think we're riding high here. 2-game winning streak. I'm not ready to talk crazy yet. I'm not ready to talk reckless. We still gotta be humble. We know that this team can let you down in any moment. At any time, this team can just go out, lay an egg, and let you down. So I'm gonna pick us to win, but I'm not gonna start talking crazy. I'm not gonna guarantee a win. I got the Commanders winning 23-16. Give me the Commanders by 7. On the road against Indy, I got them getting a big win to getting to 4-4 and getting back to 500. All right, then we got the 49ers versus the Rams. This should be an interesting game, and this again has a potential. This probably. That or the Giants Seahawks game probably has the most potential to be America's game of the week. I think they have two options here. They either put the Giants and Seahawks on America's game of the week on Fox, or the Niners Rams. I think it should be Niners Rams because it's a NFC West rivalry. It's a division rivalry, and both of them are right in the thick of things. That the Niners are 3-4, the Rams are 3-3. But who do we even root for here? That's my thing here. I think we root for the Niners because we're only a half game out of playoff spot. But the problem is if the Rams win and we win, the Rams will still have the 7th spot because they'll be 4-3 and we'll only be 4-4. Um, so but if the Niners win, they're 4-3, but we'll also be 4-3, so we'll basically be tied, and the Rams will drop to 3-4. But give me the 49ers. They just got CMC. I think that they're gonna be a good team. CMC is gonna help them out a lot. They got Debo, CMC, IU, Kittle. They got a bunch of talent on that offense. Um, and I just feel like the Niners gotta go out after this season, they gotta try to get another quarterback. They gotta try to get a QB this offseason, rather it's in the draft or Trey Lance will probably be back, but like I don't know, he just tore his what? Didn't he tear his ACL or something? Um, like I can't even imagine if the 49ers had an elite QB. Like they've been to the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo. That just shows how good their roster is on both sides. Imagine if they had like a top five quarterback. Imagine if they had Pat Mahomes on their team or Josh Allen. Like this team would be nuts, like crazy. Um, but give me the 49ers. Um, give me the Niners. Hmm, 29-20 over the Rams. No, 29-22 over the Rams. Got them getting a 7-point dub. Um, and I think the Rams are at home for this game. Yeah, they are. All right. And we got the Packers Bills Sunday night football. The Packers, what are they? They had 3-game losing streak, so they're coming off a 3-game losing streak. The Bills are 5-1, I believe. Yep, the Bills are 5-1. So the Bills have been playing great. They're the best team. I think they should be um number one in the power rankings. Um, and I think they've definitely been the best team in football this year. Not gonna say by far because the Chiefs are, right behind them. But the Bills just beat the Chiefs, so I think the Bills have definitely by far been the best team in football this year. So the Packers, they got no receivers, no offensive line. You can't just solve everything with Aaron Rodgers. You can't just have Aaron Rodgers and think everything's gonna be okay. That's not how this game works. Give me the Bills 31 to I'm gonna go 17 against the Packers. So I got the Bills getting a 14-point dub. Actually, I'm gonna go 31-20 against the Packers, but 11-point dub for the Bills. Then our final game, Monday night at 8:15, we got the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. The Browns, Jacoby Brissett he's been bad. There's times where he started out hot, and there has been some games where he's been decent, but the record shows it all. The record says it all. They're 2-5. They lost to the Patriots. What was the score? Hold on. Let me because it was what 38-15 or something. I mean, the Browns have been terrible, and the Patriots are not that good of a team. Um, and then what's called the Browns. Who did they just lose to? The Ravens. They just lost to the Ravens by 3. They've just been awful this year, and Jacoby Brissett. As long even if when they get Deshaun Watson back, like I'm worried about the Browns. Like I think I'm worried it's just gonna be too far in the season, too late in the season when Deshaun Watson comes back. And then again, he's gonna be rusty. I don't even know if he can fix their problems because like he comes back week 11 against the Texans. They'll probably be like 3-7 by then. I don't think the season's savable by then. But give me the Bengals uh 28-14 over the Browns. All right. That wraps it up for our week 8 picks. We'll see how I'm just trying to see. I didn't miss any games, did I? No, I don't think I did. I didn't predict the Thursday night game. We gotta start predicting the third. Well, obviously it's Friday night, so the game's over. But like maybe I don't know. Maybe like when I do my preview video, I should predict the Thursday night game and then do the rest of the games. But I don't know. But anyways, we're talking Commanders. I'm done with the week 8 picks. All right, so let's see. Who do we got? Colin did stop by, send a chat. He was in here for a little bit, but maybe he left when we were talking about the week 8 picks. I don't know. Let me see. All right, but either way, I'm gonna start talking about the Commanders. Yeah, we had one chat by Colin. He said, "What's up?" Um, But and he also gave a like on the stream, which is so shout out to Colin. But all right, we're gonna get into keys of the game. All right, let's get it going. So obviously, no, I'm gonna get an injury report first. So some first I'm gonna start with the players who are out for Sunday's game. We got Cole Holcomb. He's out with I don't know what his injury is. Hold on. I don't know. He got injured. I think he got injured today, but he was ruled out for Sunday's game. Let me pull up the injury report so I can let you guys know what the injuries are. Commanders Colts injury report. Okay. All right. Final injury report. Here we go. Okay. Mhm. All right. So we got the Colts and the All right. Hold on. Okay. All right. So first we got Sadiq Charles is questionable with an illness. He was limited today in practice. So I'm hoping he gets going because Sam Cosmi. Hold on. Where's Sam Cosmi? Sam Cosmi not out? Yeah, Sam. Oh no, he was full practice today. All right. So Sam Cosmi, will he play? He doesn't say anything. So I guess he will play. All right. Then Sadiq Charles, so he's questionable with an illness. Then we got wide receiver Jahan Dotson is unfortunately out with that hamstring. He tweaked it in practice. I think it was before the Titans game. Yeah, yeah, it was before the Titans game. He retweaked the hamstring in practice. So that kind of set him back a little bit. Hopefully Jahan will come back in a couple weeks, but we'll have to see on that. Cole Holcomb is out with a foot injury. He did not practice on Wednesday. He didn't practice on Thursday, and he did not practice today. So he's out for Sunday's game. And then we got cornerback William Jackson out with a back injury. Didn't practice all 3 days. I think they're just trying to get William Jackson out of here. They don't want him playing another snap, and I don't blame him. But I think they're just kind of lying about this injury, and they're just trying not to play him. Because I guarantee once he gets traded, he'll probably be playing. It's just the team doesn't want him out there. I mean, I can't blame him. But then we got Cole Turner. Um, he's out with a concussion. He didn't practice on Wednesday. He didn't practice on Thursday, and he did not practice today. So he is out. Wide receiver Dynamic Brown is questionable with a groin injury. He was limited in all 3 days. So he was questionable. So he is questionable for Sunday's game. Logan Thomas is questionable with a calf injury. We need Logan to play this game, man. Like I'm hoping that he is healthy. And we did all right. We just I believe we just had Amani Rogers. That just shows how deep our tight end room is. Amani Rogers can get you like 30 receiving yards a game when needed to step up. So, we have four solid tight ends in this tight end room. But, either way, I want my number one tight end back. Uh, I want Logan Thomas to get back healthy. He's questionable. He was limited the last 3 days. So, hoping that he can play. We got Jonathan Williams running back. He was limited Wednesday and Thursday, and then he fully practiced. All right, so if he fully practiced, so that means he's gonna play. So Jonathan Williams will play, I guess, on Sunday. So that's good news, and just in case we need him, this one, I'm really, even if he was out, I don't think it would matter too much because Gibson, Robinson, they've been eaten, and then we got J.D. McKissick as our third down running back. Then we got Sam Cosmi. He is in with so he's gonna play. He fully practiced these last 3 days with a finger, so nothing wrong there. Taylor Heineke did have a little bit of a calf injury, but he fully practiced these last 3 days. He's good to go Sunday. And then Jonathan Allen, they were just resting him on Thursday. He's gonna play, but I think I'm not sure why they rested him, but I think people were just saying it was just kind of a minor injury. It was just like sore. They're just trying to give him a break, but he was limited today. I don't know. I think they're just going a little easy on him. These past couple of days, I think they've just been going a little bit easy on him. But that does it for the injury report. Colts. Here's the Colts. I'm not gonna go through the whole Colts injury report. Um, but some key players, Stephon Gilmore is gonna play. And then Yannick Ngakwe is gonna play. All right. Obviously, Matt Ryan, he wouldn't have played either way. Shaquille Griffin, their linebackers in. Most of their players are gonna play. Most of these players for the Colts on the injury report, they are going to play Sunday. All right. So we did the injury report. Now, we're gonna talk about Chase Young. So Chase Young, I believe, when are they starting his 21-day clock? Chase Young, they're gonna start. I'm not sure, but oh no, they're starting. They started today. Okay, so basically, regarding any setbacks, Chase Young will probably play against the Vikings next week, which is huge. It's going to be a huge game, especially if we win. Now, if we lose, it's still going to be a big game either way, because it'll still be a big NFC matchup in the conference. But if you lose, like you drop to 3-5, like it's still a big game. You still need to win, obviously. But I would be way more hyped for that game if we are able to get it done Sunday, against the Colts. So let's try to take care of business on Sunday. Get back to 500, and then you start to get some really key, big players, big time players back for you. Hopefully we get Jahan back soon. Get Chase Young back next week. Dynamic Brown. If he doesn't play this game, hopefully he's good to go next week. So you gotta get. Hopefully we're getting some key players back soon. But Chase Young more than likely will probably play against Minnesota, and he probably could play this week if he wanted. He probably could have played this week if he wanted, against the Colts. But I think they want him to play his first game of the season at home. They want him to come back from his injury at home because more fans will come. They'll sell more tickets. More fans will be rolling up to the game because they know Chase Young is gonna play. Um, and that just gets the crowd hyped. That's gonna get them energized and ready to go for the game. So I think they just want Chase Young to return from his injury at FedEx Field. With the home crowd there. That's what a lot of people have been saying, and that's my opinion too, because it makes sense. That's what they did with Brian Robinson. They had him come back. It gets the crowd all juiced up when it happens at home. So yeah, my bad. All right, on my phone. Okay. All right. So we just talked about Chase Young. And then so again, I don't really know much about Jahan Dotson, but all right, we're done talking about the injuries. Let's get into the keys of the game. Let's get into some keys. So first off, let me check. What did Jonathan Taylor was back last week? He was back last week versus who were the Colts that played the Titans? They lost 19-10. Jonathan Taylor, he had 10 carries for 58 yards. I was 5.8 yards a carry. Why didn't they give him the ball more? I guess he was on like a limited amount of snaps, but they didn't give the ball to anyone else. Matt Ryan threw the ball 44 times, threw 2 picks. I don't know. I have no clue why they didn't give Jonathan Taylor more than 10 carries, especially when he was averaging 5.8 yards a carry. But anyways, it's been a rough year for Jonathan Taylor. I don't really think he's had any crazy games yet. Now he has been injured, but even at the start of the season, I don't think he did anything crazy. Like against the Chiefs, 21 carries, 71 yards, 3.4 yards a carry. Teams kind of have held him in check a little bit. He hasn't really gone insane. And then the first week, oh no, he went off the first week. 31 carries, 161 yards, 5.2 yards a carry, and a TD. But I think that's his only breakout game. Again, he's been injured. So, we got to get to my number one key. We got to contain Jonathan Taylor. Make Sam Ellinger beat us. I'm not scared of him at all. Now, he could come out and surprise us, but either way, make this dude drop back and, air it out. Make them air it out 35 times. I hope they have to throw the ball 35, 30 plus times with Sam Ellinger. Make them do that. All right. Force them to do that. Force Sam Ellinger to have to make plays and beat us. Don't, make it easy for him in his first start and just, let him be able to hand the ball off to Jonathan Taylor, and then Jonathan Taylor gets going, he's getting like 7 yards, and it's 2nd and 3, and then they can set up, a nice simple play call. Don't, let it be simple for him. Don't make the Colts have a easy game plan for him. Make him have to make difficult plays, difficult throws. Don't, we can't like we can't be in 2nd and 4 on defense. We can't have that. We got to force them to 3rd and longs. We got to hold the Jonathan Taylor in check. I think we got to hold him under 80 yards, in my opinion. That's the key stat. If we can do that, I think we definitely get this win. All right, so that is my number one key. My number two key is, again, get Antonio Gibson and Brian Robinson going. Get the run game going like it was going last week. AG almost, he almost broke out and got a 70-yard touchdown run, but someone on the Packers made a touchdown saving tackle. He got tripped up at about the 50. We started at the 25, so he had it was like a 25-yard run, but he got tripped up at about the 50. And if whoever that was on the Packers, if he didn't make that tackle, that's a touchdown for Antonio Gibson. So he was that close. But again, and then Brian Robinson, I think best run he had of the day was on that drive where we were down 14-3, and we got a touchdown, made it 14-10. It was, we were at like the Packers 33, and he got like a 23-yard run. He was just motoring dudes, power through, getting, just being that tough, gritty running back that he is, and just powering through guys. And he got like a 25-yard run. And both of them were good. Both of them looked, pretty elusive. Brian Robinson, I'm not gonna lie, does look kind of slow sometimes. I'm not sure if that's related to, when he got shot, and maybe that's affected him a little bit. But Antonio Gibson does look more explosive than Brian Robinson. He really does. I think he might be the better, back on this team. He might be the best. I think Gibson is probably the best running back on this team, just overall and talent wise. But yeah. So yeah, number two key is to get the run game going, and then my number three key is to get pressure on Sam Ellinger. Make this dude uncomfortable. I said it earlier in the stream, just a little bit ago. Make this dude uncomfortable. He's in his first start, and keep him in the pocket. So don't let him roll out, because he does have legs. He is pretty mobile, but if you can force him to stay in the pocket, he hasn't played an NFL regular season game yet. He hasn't really seen much of this NFL competition, so you need to get pressure on him, make him uncomfortable, make him have to make quick decisions. So you got to get pressure on him, and we got to get home, man. This D line has been playing great. They've had before the Packers game, they had they had 10 sacks in the last 2 games. So get pressure on Sam Ellinger. It's his first NFL start. Get pressure on him, make him uncomfortable. He's a rookie. He's gonna be out there, the jitters. He's gonna be nervous. Get pressure on him. That is my third key to the game. All right, let's go with my number 4 key is get the ball to the playmakers, man. I say it every week. Again, get Terry involved. I want to see number 4 key. Listen, I know we got to get all the playmakers involved, but most importantly, I want to see that Taylor Heineke to Terry McLaurin connection that we saw last week, where Terry McLaurin absolutely roasted Jair Alexander like he was his son. So Terry was cooking Jair. He sunned Jair Alexander last week. There was this nasty route that Terry McLaurin had where he ran, or he acted like he was going to run a slant, and then he cut back outside. He went and then bounced back outside. And Jair Alexander looked like he almost fell. Like his hand literally touched the ground. He almost tripped. That man Terry, he had Jair on skates. But anyways, get the Taylor Heineke, get the ball to Terry McLaurin. Don't force it though. Play smart. That my number 5 key. Play smart. Taylor Heineke, Taylor Heineke needs to play smart. That's my number 5 key. Don't force any. No turnovers. No turnovers. That's my number 5. Now, my number 5 key. I'm gonna go no turnovers, because I don't want to just say, because it's it's the team, right? I don't want to have a key be, oh, Taylor Heineke needs to do this. So I'm just gonna say, overall for the team, no turnovers, and win the turnover battle. Win the turnover battle. We can't turn the ball over to the other team, but we gotta try to create some turnovers. Because I believe against the Packers, I think it was even. Yeah, Heineke threw a pick six, but we got the muff punt earlier in the game. Against the Bears, we won the turnover battle, I believe. Or yeah, they turned it over once with the muff punt, and we didn't turn it over. Um, so the last two games, we've either been even or won the turnover battle. So that's key. And see, it's a 2 game winning streak. We're on a 2 game winning streak. So um, you got to keep trying to win the turnover battle because it's leading to wins. It's an important thing. It's a big, turnovers are a big momentum shift. Um, so if you turn the ball over, it's that gives the other team a lot of momentum. But if you get a turnover, that also gives you a lot of momentum. So, turnovers are key. So we got to try to force some turnovers and win this turnover battle against the Colts. So those are my 5 keys to the game against Indianapolis. Now I'm gonna give my score prediction. I already gave my score prediction. The week 8 picks. I said what 23-16. All right. So yeah, my score prediction is 23-16. I got the Washington Commanders getting the win over the Colts. And I got us getting back to 500. So yeah, man. I mean, again, it's a big game. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. I didn't spell anything. All right. I didn't spill anything. There's no more water left in this. It's just ice and nothing fell out. All right, we're good. Nothing spilled on my computer. I need to get this away from my computer, bro, because I'm not trying to spill anything. All right. But if we win this game, like that's gonna make me a lot. I'm gonna be juiced and hyped for the Vikings game, man. You get to 4-4, and you can start talking about the playoffs. Now, I don't want to. I'm not ready to start talking crazy yet, man. But if we win this game, I'm still not gonna be ready. Start talking a lot about this team because this team's been 500 before. They've been at 500. I need to see more from this team. Like they gotta prove to me that they're an actual legit team and they're not just on some fluky win streak like they were last year. And I believe we were talented. I think we had a decent team last year. We just got COVID. We got a lot of injuries. We had like 50 COVID cases, not 50 COVID. That's an exaggeration. We had like 20 something COVID cases. And then you combine that with injuries. So we probably had like 35, 30, probably like 30 players out. Um, so we just got injured at the wrong time when we were 6-6. So that did not help, and I think we would have made the playoffs if that didn't happen. But that's just my opinion on last season. But that's last season. But we were 500 at 2 different points last year. We were 2-2 the first 4 games, and then we were 6-6 on a 4 game winning streak. We started out 2-6, then we were able to win 4 straight, and get the 6-6. So this team's been 500 before, and it always seems like they're never just like going back and forth all season. 1 week they're 500, 1 week they're 1 game under. No, it's always they always go on a winning streak to get back to 500. It's always like they're 2-7 and they win 5 straight. Or like in 2020, we were 2-7, we won 4 straight to get to 6-7. Like but this team's been 500 before. So again, I'm not gonna go crazy. Like I'm not gonna start talking, just a bunch of trash. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna catch up to we're gonna catch the Giants, we're gonna catch the Cowboys. Or and that's not even really crazy to say, especially if they lose. But I'm not gonna say things like, oh, we're gonna catch the Eagles now. We're gonna win the East. Like, you you gotta chill out a little bit. But if we get this win, I'm gonna be hype. I'm probably gonna be talking a little bit. I'm gonna be talking a little bit of trash. But at the same time, you're 4-4. You gotta keep it cool. This team has been 500 before and just fell off a cliff. So I need to see this team go over 500, in my opinion. In my opinion, I probably need them to see. I need to see them beat the Vikings, in my opinion, or the Eagles. Like I need to see this team get a big time win. Um, but listen, we're 3-4. I got a big game. And I apologize. My hair is awful today. The hat, I believe it's upstairs or something, but I was eating dinner and it was like what, like 8:10 when I got on here. So I didn't want to waste any more time. So I just got on here. I didn't feel like going upstairs to get the hat. I didn't really think it mattered that much, but it's my hair's not looking good today. But it's all good. All right. So let's see. Hold on. All right. So how long have we been on? 40 minutes. Okay. All right. All right. I just asked Colin if he can join back this on the stream. Okay. So, but what we're gonna get into next? Let's see. We've talked about the injury report, keys of the game. What else did we do? We did keys of the game. We did my week 8 picks. Just talk about Chase Young. All right. Hold on. Let me give me a second. All right. And this dude's on this website. Hold on, I searched up just the Commanders Colts game, and the Washington Post said Commanders keys to victory versus the Colts, and one of them said feed Terry McLaurin, and then the other one said contain Sam Ellinger. My it looks like my keys to the game are right on point here, so that's good news. I want to talk about Antonio Gibson, the Antonio Gibson on the trade block. I believe Colin's back in. All right. But I want to talk about Antonio Gibson on the trade block. But basically he's not going to get traded. But there are rumors that teams were calling about Antonio Gibson. I don't I don't know why the report is out. Ron Rivera denied it. He said Antonio Gibson is staying put. He's staying on this team, which is good. He's been getting going, man. He's been playing great. Him and Brian Robinson have been a great running back duo. So then it would make no sense to trade Gibson. So I'm glad we didn't do that. I really am. I'm glad we did not do that. Colin says, "Yo, what's up? What's up, Colin? How you feeling about the game on Sunday? I just want to know what your thoughts are. I have us winning 23-16. Against Sam Ellinger. It's not gonna be an easy win, but I think the Commanders pull this off and get to 4-4, and then they're gonna start to get healthier. Um, Colin says 23-14. Got Commanders. I think he's got Commanders. I don't think anyone's predicting the Colts to win by 9. But the Colts are 3.5 point favorites actually. They're at home. 3-3-1. So basically, I don't really. I mean, they're not a better team than us. They really should not have a better record than us. They tied with the Texans their first game. So if they would have lost that game, they'd be 3-4. But they are favored by 3.5 points. They're at home. Um, and I don't really know why they're favored. I guess the Commanders, they're 3-4. The Colts are 3-1, and we were 1-4 before the 2-game winning streak. So they probably just think the Colts are a little bit of a better team, but I don't think so. I think we're a better team. I think Taylor Heineke's better than Sam Ellinger. Jonathan Taylor's probably better than running backs, but I think we have way better weapons than they do. Better defensive line. Their defense is pretty good. Their defense is really good, actually. But Sam Ellinger, I just don't think he's gonna be that good. He's a 6th-round pick out of Texas. He was drafted in 2021. I don't think Sam Ellinger is anything special. And I don't expect him to really do anything against us. But hopefully we're the type of team to just let him go crazy. So hopefully we don't do that. Um, but yeah, I mean, Hogs Heaven, one of I think it's like some Commanders site or like reporter, but it said that teams were calling about Antonio Gibson, but Washington isn't trading it. So I'm assuming that teams were just calling the front office, Martin Mayhew and Ron Rivera, um about Antonio Gibson, and I'm assuming they just hung up the phone. And I think Ron Rivera, I can see why he's pissed off because um he like you don't understand. He has a lot of explaining to do in the press conference. I think it's just frustrating for coaches because like Ron Rivera can't do anything about that. Like, he wants to keep Antonio Gibbs like he doesn't want to trade him, and he was probably just you know doing something, having a regular day, and then teams just start calling him about Antonio Gibson, and he hangs up the phone every time, and then a reporter just starts s- saying that teams were calling about Antonio Gibson, and then people were like, there were reports that Antonio Gibson might be on the trade block, and do you want to trade him or stuff like that? And Ron Rivera is like, no, he's like Gibson is staying put. Um, and Ron Rivera, I don't even think he was mad that that report was out. Cause like that's just annoying. Like if you're a coach, like why do you have to deal like that's just annoying to deal with because you're trying to focus on the game Sunday and he's probably preparing for the game and stuff like that. And then he gets calls about Antonio Gibson. He's like, no, I'm not interested in any of these trades. He hangs up the phone, but then there's this reporter going on and reporting that Antonio Gibson that teams were calling about him. So like that's just frustrating, and you have to answer that as a coach. Colin says Anderson said, "Should we cut Chris for a football game? What's your thoughts? Why would we do that? Wait, what do you mean? Like, did he do something? Why do you think we should cut him? Why does Anderson think we should cut him? I mean, he played really. Anderson said he's not good. I mean, Chris had a touchdown last week. Chris had a touchdown last week. He was going off. I threw a touchdown pass to him. Um, we're not gonna cut, bro. We're not gonna cut him, bro. But Anderson's tripping. All right. Anderson said Chris is a bum. Anderson's delusion. Yeah, I know. Bro, how are you gonna? He's playing on our team the whole season. You're just gonna cut him on you can't even cut players, bro. And Chris is not even like he had a touchdown last week, and he was getting open like over the middle. I'm not saying like Chris is amazing, but I'm just saying like you can't cut someone from a rec line. Like, bro, Anderson doesn't know what he's talking about. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about. But I don't know. Anderson's delusional. But all right. Since we have three people in here, that's like I don't know. But then it's I don't know. Maybe someone else joined. It did say we had three people in here. How do you feel about not playing at Deep Run or Godwin and at Bum Glover Park? Not Glover Park's not. It's like it's a complex. I mean, it has soccer. It's mostly soccer fields, I think. But it's not bad. We played there before. It's actually a nice field. We played there before. It's a nice complex. Now it's kind of annoying because it's a lot more fun to play on the high school fields, but like at the same time, I feel like they kind of like the boundaries make it like at the high schools make it less fun. Like the way our league is because you can't play. I mean, obviously, it's a flag football league. You're not gonna play the whole length of the field. But I'm saying like sideline to sideline, the boundaries are a lot like shorter than the actual like field. So you don't get to play like really like the whole like width of the field. But yeah, I don't like it. I don't know why the championship games at Glover Park. I guess they couldn't get into Deep Run, or maybe Deep Run like didn't allow us to play the championship game. I don't know why, but I don't know why we're playing at Glover Park. But Glover Park's relatively nice. I think there's like people play some football tournaments there. Like I think for some like travel football teams, some teams play tournaments there, games there. So I think it's a decent place. I don't know, but all right. So we've done keys to the game. We've done score prediction, injury reports. Um, I'm gonna ask. Anderson said rate our five worst players on our team. But I'm not like, bro. Like I'm streaming right now. I'm not gonna wait rate. You mean rank? Yeah, I think you mean rank. I don't know, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'll do that when I get off. I'll tell you. But all right. So let's get back to talking about this game real quick. But yeah, again, the Antonio Gibson stuff is kind of annoying. It's like you're a head coach, you're trying to do your job, trying to get ready for Sunday's game at 4:30. Um, and then you got this reporter, sending out pretty much fake news. Collins says trade him. Why? Why would you trade Antonio Gibson? All right, Colin, I want to know your thoughts. Why do you think we should trade Antonio Gibson? Because one, I just don't think you're getting that much value for him, and he's probably our best running back on our team, bro. Him and Brian Robinson are a lethal duo. Um, so I don't know why you would trade Antonio Gibson. Brian Robinson fits better, and they should trade for a better running back. No, you don't understand. They split carries. Like it's not like Antonio Gibson doesn't just take all of Brian Robinson's carries. It's basically no. Brian Robinson gets like more carries. Last week, Brian Robinson had 20 carries and Gibson had 10. No, they're better off as a duo. I'm trying to tell you, Brian Robinson by himself, like it's not going to be that good because then you have no other running backs. I understand trade for running back. You're not gonna be able to get like Antonio Gibson. Like, who are you gonna get for him? You're not. You can't just trade Antonio Gibson straight up for another running back. Like for a good running back, you're not gonna get that much of an upgrade for him if you trade for him. So, but Antonio Gibson is a talented running back and he's explosive. Like I don't know if you watched the game, but there was one time where he had like a 30-yard run and he could have broke out for like 70. And I no, and we're using him as like a wide receiver basically. Like the way we're using him is great. He's getting a lot of catches. He had a touchdown reception against the Packers. So we're using him a lot more as like a receiving weapon, which is really good. So no, they need Antonio Gibson as like a flex player, like a receiver, a running back. They need him for that. He's like a dual threat, all around running back. They need Antonio Gibson. And Brian Robinson's like their power back, like kind of like mostly their every down back. You need both of those guys. You can't just trade Antonio like he played well last week. He's been playing pretty well. And he has a lot. He has all the potential in the world. Like Anthony, he has so much potential. Um, and he hasn't fumbled all season. So I'm not trading Antonio Gibson. And Ron Rivera's not trading Antonio Gibson. So I don't want to trade him. And Antonio Gibson's been better than Brian Robinson, in my opinion. Like he's I think he's the best running back on the team. He's just been better. Like in the Bears game, Antonio Gibson, he almost had more yards than Brian Robinson with like 10 less carries. Like I believe Brian Robinson had like 20 carries for like 70 or like 60 something yards. Gibson had like 10 carries for like 59. So Antonio Gibson, in my opinion, is a lot faster, a lot more explosive, and he's more efficient with his runs. He gets more yards. So I don't know, but Brian Robinson is gonna get more carries than him, and he should play more. But Antonio Gibson, like he should be used like it should be pretty half and half in my opinion. But yeah, the trade stuff's annoying though because like I'm pretty sure Ron Rivera, him and Martin Mayhew probably just hung up the phone, and then there's this reporter out here just reporting fake news, man. Like it's annoying. But I hope they trade William Jackson. I will say that. I don't know what Colin says. Robinson is a power back and Gibson a elusive back. Elusive, right? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Brian Robinson gets those like tough yards. He runs over people. He had a great run against the Packers. We had like a 25-yard run. He was just steamrolling people. Yeah, Gibson's like more elusive. He's kind of like he's not nearly as good, but they're kind of using him as like a Christian McCaffrey. Like he's catching screen passes. He's running like 15-yard routes. And he's been good in the receiving game. He has. So you need both of those guys. You need, one just like straight up, legit, just power back. And then, because, and I don't want to get rid of him because, like, we have a deep running back room. And if you trade Anthony Gibson, you mess that up because it's like, who do you have after Brian Robinson? You got JD McKissick, but he's not a like full time running back. He's mainly just a third down back. And, he's one of the best third down backs in the league, JD McKissick. He's good in, receiving game. He's fast, he's quick, but he's undersized, and so you need Antonio Gibson. We have a deep running back room. You don't want to mess that up, and I don't think you can get that. You can't get that much trade value for Antonio Gibson. So yeah, but I hope they trade William Jackson. I think they've just been lying about his injury. Like they keep saying he has a back injury. They just don't want him on the field. Um, And Ron Rivera, he even like tried to go away from the question. Like when they asked, I think they asked him, what was it called? Like what he let me see. Hold on. Ron Rivera on William Jackson trade. I forget what he said. He just said um that he's just trying to focus on the team right now. Um But yeah, he was just like, I'm focused on the guys that are, here and they're playing. Um, so yeah, he didn't really give an answer on, the trade rumors and stuff. But I hope he does trade William Jackson third because he's awful. He's been getting burnt like crazy. He stinks. He's ass. Get him out of here. Trade him. We could probably get like a 6th round pick for him, which is not much, but just get rid of him. We need to get rid of William Jackson. We need to get rid of his contract. So please get him out of here. Um, but yeah, and Kendall Fuller's been playing better. But in my opinion, at the end of the year, when his contract is up, I believe they'll probably. I don't think they're gonna keep him. He's old. You gotta get him out of here too. Like this team needs to rebuild their secondary in the offseason. That's my biggest thing with this team. Um, but yeah, man, it's big game on Sunday. Let me think. What I got? What I gotta ask. But Colin, like in your opinion, who would you rather have? I haven't really talked about this that much on stream. Who would you rather have, Taylor Heineke or Carson Wentz? Um, because it's still an ongoing debate. In my opinion, like with the situation, I would rather have Taylor Heineke with his mobility, but like if you have a decent offensive line and you give Carson Wentz time, then I would probably rather have Carson. But right now, with our situation, I would rather have Heineke because he's able to escape. And we're taking a lot more less sacks. We're taking, yeah, a lot less sacks with Taylor Heineke. So I'd probably rather have him right now. But I just want to know your opinion. Who would you rather have, Carson Wentz or Taylor Heineke? Anderson keeps on telling me to ask you to break down Grace. All right, I'll do it. I'll do it right now. Um, well, Grayson is he's fast. He's a good runner. He's a good running back in my opinion. He's really fast. He has some like shifty moves. Um, Now wide receiver, his hands are not very good. Like he's like his routes are okay. Like again, he's fast, but his hands aren't the best. But that's all I gotta say. And then on defense, he gets burned. a decent amount. But he's okay. He's all right. He's solid. Like he's a good like um fourth like off. I don't know. Break down Chris then Anderson. Okay. All right. Break down Chris. All right. Colin, I'll give you like a full report on text. All right. I'll tell you what I think about Chris, like basically a scouting report. I'm gonna give you a scouting report on text after the stream. All right, but this is a commander stream. I don't want to, and I don't want to like call people out or like try to say anyone's like trash. And I'm not, I just said, Grayson has, he's fast. He's a good runner. Um, and as a receiver, he can get open. Colin said that's what he said. Yeah, Colin said, all right. All right, yeah. I'll give you a scouting report in a few minutes when I get off the stream. But I'm gonna be on here for like 5, 10 more minutes. But I'm feeling hyped for this game, man. I'm ready. 4:30, perfect time for this game. Perfect time for this game. But I shoot nice, my bad. So I can finally watch the full Commanders game because the past few weeks I have not been able to do that. The Titans game I did get to watch the full game. Um, so I gotta watch the full game there because my game is at 12. So right after the game, I gotta watch, or right after my flag football game, I gotta watch the Commanders game, the full Commanders game, and against the Bears, I missed like the first quarter, actually not the first like quarter and a half, but then I watched the rest of the game. But against the Packers, I was able to watch like the first half, and then I missed pretty much the whole second, actually, pretty much the whole second half. But I was able to watch the last few minutes. But I can finally like it's annoying when I'm playing a flag football game, bro, and I'm worried about the Commanders. And a lot of time I ask my dad what the score is on the sideline because like we're winning by so much that I don't even really have to focus that much like on the sideline on the game. So that's what I do. But I don't have to do that anymore. Play the championship, focus, knowing the Commanders play later. That's out of word. That's out of question. You know, that it's not, you don't need to worry about that. You just focus on playing the championship and winning the game. So I'm glad about that, man. I'm feeling excited about that. Uh, but yeah. So I mean that's probably gonna wrap it up. But I mean, yeah, man. I'm gonna watch Sam Ellinger's highlights real quick. I'm gonna let y'all know what I'm seeing from him. I'm gonna watch Ellinger's highlights real quick. Some of his preseason highlights. I just want to see um what he can do. I'm pretty happy with the thumbnails for the live stream, and it's not that hard to create thumbnails for the live stream. I just go basically what I do is I search up the Commanders Colts game. I look at images, and I just find like a good image, like a good team picture or a good picture like of the matchup, and then I copy it or sorry, I save it to like my desktop or like pictures or whatever. Then I click on that when it says add thumbnail, and then it's on the live stream. So that's the thumbnail for the live stream. So yeah, that's what I do to create thumbnails. But it looks smooth, man. I like it. All right, but we're gonna watch Sam Ellinger highlights. This one's probably the best. 3 minutes 11 seconds. I want to watch like the longest video possible. I want to see the most highlights. All right, so here we go. He drops back. Hold on. All right, so man, I'm not gonna lie, like he's not bad. Like this first play that I'm watching, I wish, bro. I'm wondering. I need to find out if I can like share my screen on this live stream or like maybe get a face cam or something. So then I can we can do film breakdowns after the game for the Commanders, so we can break down the game. But so the first play of this preseason for the Colts. All right. So this is against the Bills. So basically he dropped back. I'm just gonna be telling y'all, like I'm gonna be going through the plays and just be telling y'all what happened on each play. So Ellinger stepped up in the pocket after he saw nothing was open. He stepped up. Then he made a nice, he broke a sack, then threw on the run for like a 12-yard touchdown pass. That was a nice play. by Ellinger. And again, they were inside like 13. Drop back. He's okay. He's good at throwing on the run. You got to keep him in the pocket. I think we already knew that, but he's able to step up in the pocket. He's able to avoid the rush, and he's able to, he likes to roll out to his right, throw in a run, and complete the pass. So he's good at that. He's thrown 2 touchdowns so far in these highlights. He's thrown 2 touchdown passes off that. So that's a key. Here it's a fake handoff. He likes to get out of the pocket. So he steps up, evades the rush, throws on a run. Dang, dude, he looks good in these highlights. Can't underestimate this dude, man. He's not a scrub. That was a nice like 50-yard throw to his left on the run. It's a great throw. And then here we go, play action. Steps. He can throw in the pocket, so you can step up in the pocket. He's good at play action. Um, Here again, blitz coming. He steps up, avoids, rolls out left, throws on the run, right on the money. Ellinger, man, he it looks like he can play for these preseason. Like I know it's preseason. He's playing against probably third string defense. You know, so that's true. That he is playing against third stringers and third team defense, but still, man. I mean, here steps up, makes a nice throw right on the money over the defender. Um, that's a great throw. So he looked good so far, and he looks really good in these highlights. He looks like he can play. He does. So yeah. All right. Let's watch the next play. But yeah, he looks really good. But it's only the preseason. Again, he's playing against like the third string defense. So that it's a third string defense, so obviously, they're not great, and it's completely different playing third stringers than first stringers, but still, some of these throws are pretty impressive, and some of the way he's able to get out of the pocket, escape the pocket, though on the run. Um, Again, here he goes. He steps up, runs, he takes off, wide open lane. He gets he juked out a dude and got a 45-yard touchdown. Oh my God. We got to watch out, man. We got to watch out. This dude is not terrible, man. He's not bad at all. He has some talent, it looks like. Again, these are only highlights. So, it's not showing the full picture, but still, I'm really impressed with these highlights. Um, by Sam Ellinger. God, he made a dude fall. Dang, bro. This is not no free win, man. This is not no easy win. It's still gonna be a pretty, tough game. It's in Indy too, so we gotta be ready to play. But Ellinger looks pretty good. All right, all right. Let's watch this last play of the highlight reel. Wait, hold on. Oh, cut it off. Ended the okay. All right. Well, all right. I'm probably gonna get up out of here, Colin. I will send you the scouting report on the players. Um, but I'm gonna be out of here. Thank you guys for coming on the stream, or Colin. He's the only viewer. But nah, we had like 3 people in here, at one point. But whoever, thank you, the few people that came on here. Thank you guys for watching. And I'm gonna get up off here. But let's get it, Commanders Nation. Let's get this dub on Sunday. Um, let's get back to 500. But I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace. I'm probably gonna do a post game live stream after the game. Yeah, and then honestly, not. What's the Sunday night game? Let me see what the Sunday night game is. Telling you, man, if we win, the Commanders beat the Colts, man, that's gonna be a good stream. Here. I thought, bro, I just heard like a really loud sound, bro. Oh, Packers Bills. All right, that's a perfect game. All right, So we'll be live shortly after the game. So we'll talk about the game. We'll break down the game. We'll do a post game live stream after the game on Sunday, and then we'll do a live play by play for where the Packers Bills. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.